I've seen this graphic doing the rounds on social media regarding Tottenham's potential guaranteed starters for this coming season. And I also have seen that Ben has done a video on this. I haven't watched the video because I don't want my judgment clouded by seeing or listening to anyone else's opinion before doing a video on it myself. Firstly, these would be my first 4 names on the team sheet, if they're fully fit. Possibly Vicario, after also hearing that Anthony Kinski has been rumoured to be considered for a loan move away. Look, it makes sense if he is our first choice goalkeeper in the next few years. If we do have serious plans for him being number one, then he's not going to sit on the bench now at Tottenham and just play understudy to Vicario. So in that respect, it would make sense for him to go out on loan. I don't want him to, because I think we need to at least half decent goalkeepers battling for that number one spot, and many Tottenham fans rate Kinski over Vicario. But as for the absolute starters, these will be the 4. Now, if I were to go one step further, you've got to imagine Dominic Solanke will be our number 9, leading the line, and £55 million signing Mohamed Kudus. Surely he's been bought to go straight into the 11. So this was the problem area last season for Tottenham. It's not that I don't think we've got good players to go there, but it was always a case of square pegs in round holes. And you felt that while someone would be playing in the number 6 role, their qualities that they offer to the side would be more suited further up. But then we had an abundance of players in the same position. So we didn't quite have that balance for me. And with rumours that Bissouma is likely to leave the club, or has been touted to leave, we still do need to address that area. But I just don't think there's any absolute guaranteed starters in the middle, and not on this left-hand side either. Now, if I were to hazard a guess at the potential starting 11 for the Super Cup final against PSG, I'd imagine it'd be along these lines, give or take a few. Pending injury, Udogie, Solanke, Kulusevski obviously is a long-term absentee. Don't know what's going to happen with that left-hand side as such. I don't think that's a dead cert. But it's this area here. That one in the double pivot, or just the number 6, depending on what Thomas Frank opts for. Will it be Bentancur? Will it be a case of giving more faith to Bergvall and Pat Matasar as part of the future of Tottenham? Will we sign a player in time for that game on the 13th? I doubt it. Maddison will have a lot of work to do if he is to play that role. Will he play deeper? Look, I don't know, and I think that's what pre-season is for, to see some of these potential lineups. But I would imagine it wouldn't be too far off this lineup with someone there against PSG. So Tottenham fans, I guess my question to yourselves is, I always felt that Morgan Gibbs-White was a signing that just increased the amount of competition we had within that position, that area of the pitch. And of course, you'd imagine he'd have started, gone straight in. But it's not to be. But do you think that that is an area of concern? Or do you think we should be focusing on that defensive midfield area? Perhaps an additional winger? Or even a cover fullback?